What if the secret to truly connecting with the world around you isn't in speed or convenience, but in slowing down, taking the time to nurture, and embracing traditions that have withstood the test of time? In a world where technology drives almost every aspect of our lives, it's easy to forget the simple, deliberate rhythm of life that has existed for centuries. But in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, nestled among rolling hills and quiet farmlands, this way of life thrives. Here, the Amish people have mastered the art of living slowly, intentionally, and deeply connected to their land, families, and traditions. One of the most enduring aspects of their lifestyle is their approach to food, specifically their age-old practice of fermentation. Fermentation isn't just about preserving vegetables, it's about more than just pickles or sauerkraut. For the Amish, fermentation is a sacred tradition, a time to connect with family, reflect on the past, and honor the seasons. It's a beautiful, slow-paced process that requires patience, care, and a deep understanding of nature's rhythms. But what makes Amish fermentation so unique, and why does it stand out in a world where technology has overtaken every aspect of food production? Imagine waking up early on a crisp morning. The sun is just rising, casting a soft glow over the countryside. The only sounds you hear are birds singing and the occasional hum of distant life waking up. There's no rush, no pressure. Time seems to stand still in Lancaster County, and in this peaceful, rural setting, the Amish way of life unfolds naturally. It's a place where the old ways are still alive, rooted deeply in the soil and tied to the land. And it's in this very place that the art of fermentation flourishes. When the Amish ferment food, it isn't merely a method of preservation, it's a communal activity, deeply connected to family and tradition. For them, food preservation is something that brings everyone together. It's an occasion for bonding, teaching, and sharing in the work. The process begins long before the cabbage or cucumbers hit the cutting board. It starts with the harvest, often in the early morning, when the dew still clings to the leaves of the garden. The entire family participates in the harvest. The older children help gather the cabbage, while the younger ones might pick fresh herbs like dill and garlic to flavor the brine. These children know exactly which herbs go into which batches. Lessons passed down from one generation to the next. It's not just about gathering ingredients. It's about learning the importance of each step in a process that has been passed down for hundreds of years. Once the vegetables are gathered, the family gathers in the kitchen, a warm, humble space that serves as both a gathering place and a workspace. The women begin by peeling the outer leaves of the cabbage, while the men sharpen their knives and prepare for the next step. It's methodical work, done with care and precision. Each task is important, and each family member has a specific role. This is where the rhythm of fermentation comes to life, a rhythm that mirrors the Amish way of life, slow, deliberate, and purposeful. The cabbage is sliced thinly, and the scent of fresh vegetables fills the air. It's here that the magic of fermentation begins to unfold. The eldest women in the family are usually the ones who oversee the process, teaching the younger generations how to properly salt the cabbage and layer it into the large ceramic crocks. It's a tactile process, one that requires care and attention to detail. Each layer of cabbage is massaged with salt, working it into the vegetables by hand. It's not just about adding flavor, it's about setting the stage for the slow transformation that will take place. The crocks themselves are more than just containers. These clay vessels are treasured family heirlooms, sometimes passed down through generations. They hold more than just cabbage. They hold memories. The Amish use these crocks to store the vegetables as they ferment, a process that requires minimal intervention but demands constant attention. Every day the family checks the crocks, making sure the cabbage remains submerged in its brine and skimming off any scum that forms. It's a simple task, but it requires diligence and care. Fermentation in Amish communities is about far more than just food preservation. It's about tradition, about a shared history, and about the deep bond between family members. The process becomes a time of connection. As the crocks sit in a cool, dark cellar, the family gathers around them, sometimes singing hymns or telling stories. It's a peaceful, contemplative time, one that allows the family to reflect and reconnect with each other as well as with the generations that came before them. This deep connection to family and tradition is what sets Amish food fermentation apart from modern practices. In today's world, food production is largely mechanized. Machines and technology make the process faster, more efficient, and less labor-intensive. But for the Amish, it's not about efficiency. It's about honoring the pace of nature, about working with the seasons rather than against them. Their methods are simple but full of intention, and they don't rely on fancy gadgets or machines to get the job done. The tools used in Amish fermentation are simple, yet they carry great significance. The crocks, made from clay or ceramic, are the heart of the process. They're not just vessels for storing food, they're symbols of family history and continuity. Over the years, each crock takes on a unique patina, a mark of the countless batches of food that have been fermented inside. The wooden tamper, another essential tool, is hand-carved and worn smooth from years of use. It's not just for pressing down the cabbage, it's a symbol of the care and effort that goes into each batch. Even the youngest children have a role to play. While they might not fully understand the significance of every step at first, they learn quickly. They assist by crushing the cabbage down into the crock with their small hands, ensuring that every layer is tightly packed. It's a simple task, but one that ensures the cabbage ferments evenly. The father, though less involved in the detailed work, plays a critical role in the process. His strength and presence are felt in the physical aspects of the process, carrying heavy crocks, helping with the harvest, and ensuring everything runs smoothly. His quiet support helps maintain the rhythm of the work. While the immediate family plays the central role in food fermentation, the extended family and community are also integral to the tradition. The Amish community is known for its closeness. Neighbors often come together to share in the harvest, helping each other with tasks like gathering vegetables or transporting crocks. This cooperative effort strengthens the bonds between families and reinforces the sense of community that is so central to Amish life. Over time, the Amish have adapted some of their practices to meet the needs of a modern world. While they still prioritize traditional methods, they've also made thoughtful adaptations to ensure that their practices remain relevant and effective. For example, some Amish families have begun to use stainless steel containers for storing fermented vegetables, providing durability and efficiency for larger families. These modern tools are used with great care to ensure that they don't compromise the spirit of tradition. Similarly, while many Amish communities avoid electricity, some have embraced non-electric fermentation tools, such as hand-powered blenders or grinders. These adaptations allow the Amish to continue fermenting food in a way that supports their lifestyle and ensures the safety of their families. These small, careful changes don't abandon tradition. They enhance it, ensuring that the Amish way of life continues to thrive in a changing world. The Amish tradition of fermenting food reminds us of the power of simplicity. In a world where we often rush to make things faster and easier, The Amish have chosen to slow down. They've chosen to honor the rhythms of nature, the bonds of family, and the wisdom passed down through generations. Their fermentation practices are a beautiful example of how taking the time to do something right can result in something far more meaningful than just a finished product.